What is it, Lilia?
It is a bright green piece of sea glass found on a beach near Edinburgh.
A little Scottish note to your bracelet.
How lovely.
Ah, I love it.
So do I.
Are you enjoying your advent calendar?
Ooh, my toast.
Good morning. Am I in shop? Just about. Welcome to a slightly chaotic morning. It is 10:30. I've been out shopping and I've just bought something very exciting. Well, exciting for Dan. A few people had commented, sorry, the builders are back next door. Their bathroom is downstairs and it's exactly next to our kitchen. And their kitchen they've got an extension at the back. You don't need to know that. Anyway, the builders have been doing their bathroom, so you'll hear drilling and things. I got down an advent calendar. A few people had mentioned in the comments that Dan didn't have one. And he hadn't wanted one, and he had a Nivea men's sort of toiletry one last year, which was really good, but he's still using all the bits from it, so there's no point in him getting it again. And then I saw this when I was out this morning doing some shopping. It's got a really big door for number 24, and it's an assortment of curiously Moorish, intriguingly shaped, individually wrapped cocoa dusted truffles with 3 to enjoy or share behind the final window if you can wait that long. And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones, and they've all got really cool little names like Orange Angelical and Cookie Moon. So I'm going to present this to him shortly. You can probably see we're all a bit dishevelled back here. I'm putting the shopping away and spilling my tea and getting ready to make the house look presentable because my lovely friend Charlotte, who I've not seen in years, is coming in about an hour. So I better get on with it because the house is an absolute show. Yeah, I'm going to crack on. I might put on some vlogmases actually whilst I'm doing it because I can't find an audiobook, and the audiobook that I like. I've listened to about 1 billion on Everand, like the first sort of 10 minutes, and I just can't get on with any of them. I might check your comments to see. I know I asked a couple of days ago and I think a few people have recommended some. But for now, Vlogmas is here.
What?
I got you something.
What have you got me?
An advent calendar.
Okay. Yay!
Monty Bojangles.
Ooh, I love truffles. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's very
look at
good.
the huge door.
Ooh, look at the huge.
The proper advent calendar has a big door on Christmas Eve.
No, very nice.
Well, it's not perfect, but it's clean and tidy. Oh, it feels good to have done that actually. I need to do that more often, although I have put a few boxes of things that are still to be sorted in a cupboard, which is probably why it feels better. Sort of hidden it rather than dealt with it. But yeah, at least it feels a bit clearer. Still got boxes of stuff, but Charlotte won't mind. Right, I think I might light a nice candle. We just worked out that we're in the same room for the first time in 5 years. We last saw each other in 2018, but it doesn't feel like it at all.
It doesn't, but
It
then
really
COVID
doesn't.
just makes it. Time has changed.
Yeah, it kind of, you take those years out, don't you? And yeah, and it's weird because Charlotte watches my vlogs, so
I do.
she's like, oh, I recognise the lights, I recognise the mug.
They're really pretty in real life. They're lovely. And the kitchen is gorgeous too in real life.
Oh. I'm going to open my present.
Yeah, please do. Go on. Mint bark.
Peppermint bark. We don't get this here, and I really like it. So I will be sharing this, unfortunately, with everybody else. And then Charlotte's got me a present. There's so many things in this house that are from you. Like, it's just great, like the Alice things in the hallway, and I think I've got stuff all over the kitchen. And, oh, did you make it?
I did.
Ah! It matches my tea towel. That's so adorable. That can go on the tree, but then it can stay out, can't it? So I haven't had the camera on because we've been having such a lovely chat and conversation. But look, Charlotte is just as obsessed with Alice in Wonderland as I am. And she bought me a beautiful Alice decoration. And the white rabbit. Can't wait. We need to get our new tree so I can put them up.
Chalky Moon was nice.
What have you got now?
Chalky Scoffy.
Chucky Scoffy. Hello. I turned the camera off because we kept getting distracted and chatting and laughing and catching up, and I was like, I just don't want to have the camera on or have to worry about filming anything. So we have had, it's now about 5:30. Charlotte went about 10 minutes ago. We have had, it feels like she's been here for 10 minutes. I feel like I could have done another 5 hours of chatting and catching up. It was just brilliant. We're so similar in so many ways, and like the way our personalities are and our emotions and our life stages and our illness and our bodies. Yeah, it's funny, you know, how it makes me wonder sometimes, like how you find people. Like we didn't grow up near each other. We have complete different types of life, and somehow by a quirk of fate in the Baby World Forum in 2006 or 2005, we somehow stumbled upon each other. It's just, isn't it amazing how you find people that are so special in your life? So Charlotte has gone, and I'm going to cook dinner for the kids for when they're back. Phoebe's at a friend's house. She'll be back soon. I'll pick Lilia up shortly. Just going to do something from the freezer, and Dan and I are going to have a homemade soup from the freezer as well. I don't think I managed to get around to showing you that she had bought me all the way from America. She said she saw these. They're strawberry shortcake socks. Now, you would have seen me talking a lot about strawberry shortcake on my other channel, but I've also talked about them on this channel a lot from when we were looking through some old childhood toys at my mum's house earlier this year. These are fantastic strawberry shortcake socks. Oh, I love them. And she also made me, she got these little notebooks, which are brilliant size for popping in project bags. She's a crocheter, Charlotte. So she was a knitter. Well, she is a knitter. And I was more of a crocheter. And then she knit a jumper that really inspired me. And I kind of tried knitting after that. And she had watched me and was inspired by me and started crocheting. And now she crochets more than she knits. So she knows the importance of having little notebooks for your project bags. And she's decorated them with Alice in Wonderland stickers. And I love this aesthetic of Alice in Wonderland, these old pictures. And she just covered them in these beautiful stickers. And I've got some here with the Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter themed. And then is that the Duchess or the Red Queen? That's the Queen of Hearts, not the Red Queen. Queen of Hearts. Slightly terrifying. So she did that. Oh, just such lovely presents. And this is the only chance I've got to open my Advents. I haven't even edited my vlog, so it's going to be up really late. Oh well, that's going to happen occasionally. So I thought we'd open Advents together today. So I'm going to open my Homespun House Advent. I have loved them so far. I started last night my Granny Wrap Triangle with this. I've only done a tiny little bit, but I've started it. Right, this one is called Nutcracker Ballet. How pretty is that? I'm really enjoying this Advent. Thank you so much, Molly. Sorry about the really bad evening light. It is now properly dark. Oh, so beautiful. Whoop, nearly dropped that one. It was heavier than I expected. What's in there? Green Lambkin yarn. This is the one that I bought in instalments over the year. These are both 20-gram minis advents. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Why is this heavy? Oh. I'm going to have to fight Phoebe to keep this. The little extra is Galaxy Hot Chocolate. This is absolutely Phoebe's #1 favourite, but that is mine. If you can see a flickering, I think the bulb's about to go in the lamp that's just there, so sorry about that. Hope it doesn't make your eyes go funny. Okay, this is Christmas Around the World. Parole. Parole? The parole is a Christmas decoration from the Philippines. It is a star-shaped lantern, usually seen hanging in windows or above doorways, which illuminate the way to Mass. The name is derived from the Spanish word farol, meaning lantern or light. And what a pretty colour to represent that. It's so beautiful and sparkly. I'm really enjoying these little snippets of Christmas around the world. It's such a good idea. Learning things. So those, oh, and my tea. Where did my tea advent go? Have I dropped this? I've dropped it. I haven't had a bad one yet. They're lovely. #4. Have I got my phone with me to translate? No, I'll put it on the screen. Oh, I can smell it already. Oh, that smells amazing. Oh my goodness. Beerenschlitten, Frostige Beeren. Now I am going to guess frosted berries. I know everyone who speaks the language is going to be laughing at me. But I will put the correct translation on the screen. Well, the correct translation as far as Google Translate is concerned. This smells incredible. I'm going to go make this straight away whilst I'm cooking dinner. Let's go.
I was under hot lights and I fell over.
You fell over on purpose or?
Nope.
Hello. We're going to have a bed chat. Rather like back in Vlogtober, where we often ended the days in bed because I wasn't very well. I'm now in bed because I can be. It's about, well, it is 20 to 8. Dan is at Monday night football with Phoebe. She does a training session with some professional footballers that run a club for young female footballers. So Dan's taken her to that. Lilia's in the shower and I have only just finished editing my video, so it's exporting. Normally it would have been up at least 3 or 4 hours ago, but I've had other things to do today, and although it feels a bit weird to put the vlog up late because I do get into a bit of a routine, it was totally worth it because I've had such a lovely day with Charlotte. It's been brilliant. I wanted to go through some Vlogmases. So I asked a couple of days ago, by the time you watch this, for recommendations for other people doing Vlogmas, and I've had so many, and I started writing them down in the notes on my phone, but it was just taking ages. So I'm going to read out the ones I've already been given, and then I'm just going to go through the comments, and if there are any questions I'll answer those as I go as well, and hopefully that will work. Okay, so here we go. We have got So Romy, lovely Rachel in Scotland, she is doing Vlogmas. Marion's World, Chelsea Yarns, Stitches and Jacks is doing Vlogmas. Lauren and the Books had so many mentions, and yeah, I went and had a watch. Did I say this already today? I'm not sure if I did, or maybe it was in reply to a comment, but I went and watched Lauren and the Books, and I think I got about 30 seconds into her first Vlogmas and subscribed. I was like, yes, that's for me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that. Belle and Stitch. Apparently the Knitting Expat, Mina, is doing Vlogmas this year as well. The Crazy Sock Lady, Simply and Stitches, Chonky Stitches, Giddy Knits, Morgan Long, My Stitching Life, Happy Little Yarn, Amy is doing Vlogmas again. Fibrebound is doing Vlogmas from Australia. Laura Penrose Knits is doing Vlogmas. I don't know why I keep saying is doing Vlogmas, because obviously I'm telling you who is doing Vlogmas. Assume if I tell you their name, they're doing Vlogmas. Lovely Ellie at Craft House Magic. I love Ellie's Vlogmas. Love it. So Snail Garden is doing Vlogmas, and the person that left this one as a recommendation says she shares the festive Christmas decorations at Blenheim Palace. Apparently it's very aesthetic and lovely. I've been bitten by something. I've got a bite on me. I've got 2 bites on me. What's going on? I'm just sitting in bed. What on earth could have bitten me without me noticing? It's massive as well. It's going to look really underwhelmingly tiny on the screen, isn't it? Like I'm making a big fuss about nothing. Toad Hollow, lovely Jules at So Sweet Violet. Those are the ones I was writing down. Obviously, I think I've already mentioned Gaynor at Tales from Cuckoo Land, Becky at Back to Blighty, Sarah at Yarn Mugs, and Slip Slip Ginge. Jack is doing Vlogmas, and I didn't realise until this morning. I'm caught up already, and so Jack is Becky at Back to Blighty's son, and they are living in the same place at the moment temporarily, so that's really fun to have 2 Vlogmases in the same place but watching 2 separate Vlogmases. And he's also an incredibly talented musician. He has done all of the music for his Vlogmas himself, and he talked a little bit about the process of that in one of the first 2 Vlogmases. It was really interesting, so I'd definitely go and give Jack a go. I won't be able to link everyone underneath, but I'll try and link the ones I can. Okay, now I'm going to go through the comments. Okay, Catherine, one to add to your list is Madeline Olivia. She's a vegan recipe creator. Ooh. Has the most amazing house she's restoring in Cornwall, as well as a bit of crafting, eco ideas, and the most gorgeous dog and cat. So Sweet Samuel, Finnish knitting stories, Slip Slip Ginge, Earth Tones Girl. Denise Earth Tones Girl. I didn't know she was doing Vlogmas. Kate at Hawthorne Cottage, I think I mentioned them yesterday. Crafty Clegs, Sandy by the Lakeside, Stitching the High Notes. A Homespun House does Vlogmas. I've obviously got lovely Molly's Advent. She does her Vlogmas on her Patreon. Knitting in the Heights. She's in New York. Slip Slip Ginge, another mention for Chunky Stitches. For the Fun of Knit. Roro and Gades. I will put that on the screen so you know how that's spelled. Recreational Knitting. Thank you very much, Shetland Lace, for all of those. Loads of ideas there. Belt and Stitch, Snowdonia Stitches, Siesta Bod, a lovely yarn, another mention for Craft House Magic. Counting Sheep has commented to say that she is doing Vlogmas this year. She said crocheting, knitting, spinning, sheep farm life, holiday happenings in Vermont. Well, that sounds lovely. Another mention for Marion's World, Laura Penrose Knits. Oh, Melena's just commented. Hi, Melena. Melena is the Playful Knitter. She is doing Vlogmas. Another talented musician. She said a Crazy Sock Lady, Sandy by the Lakeside, Travelling Miss Knits, Cami Jo Knit, and as many others as time will allow. Oh, Chrissy's commented from Knitting in the Heights to say she's doing Vlogmas, taking folks around New York City to see all the festive things. Oh, and she said, I hope all the family get well soon. Thank you, Chrissy. Another mention for Tales from Cuckoo Land and Homespun House. Oh, non-Vlogmas that I'm a big fan of is The Republic of Me. Oh, Becky Mundy is doing Vlogmas as well. All my videos exported. Just going to start that uploading. I've got to do a thumbnail yet as well. Okay, that is updating. Not updating, it's uploading. By the Lakeside. Is that the same as Sandy by the Lakeside? This says Leslie at By the Lakeside, so I don't know if that's the same or different. And that was Auntie Linda that recommended that. I think that's everything. I think that's everything from the comments from the day 2 video, I think. So thank you everyone for those fantastic recommendations. I've got so many written down now that I can go and watch, and I know that I won't watch them all in December, but I love that I can watch them in January, and just it's such a nice way to, I love binge watching daily vlog series. So I'm really looking forward to watching some of those as we go, and some of them in the new year. There are so many, I know there are just loads and loads and loads of Vlogmases, and I really, really do appreciate those of you that come here to watch mine. And aren't we lucky that we've got such a huge, there is a YouTuber out there for everyone, and no matter what you're interested in or anything, I just love you. We were talking about this today when Charlotte was here, about how YouTube just opens up the, you know, people sharing different skills, personalities and ways of filming, and there are so many talented people, like for example Milena and Jack, the two musician vlogmasers that I was talking about, and so many others who are just such wonderful creative people, storytellers, you know, aesthetic filmers, or just really good at sharing the stories of their everyday existence, or people who are funny. Mrs. D, Stitched by Mrs. D, speaking of people who are funny, I can't remember if I mentioned her yesterday, but Stitched by Mrs. D is doing Vlogmas as well. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought now. I've distracted myself, and it's going to be a weird old vlog, but I've had a lovely day, even if the vlog is not so lovely. I'm going to go and do my thumbnail now. And then when Dan and Phoebe are home, we're going to open the paper advent, light the advent candle, watch a bit of telly all together. Yeah, and I might try and squeeze in a bit of my book somewhere in there. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for being here. Happy day 4 of Vlogmas. See you tomorrow.